Let's proceed with the minor third interval. In the diagram you see two ways to play it, on a single string and on two adjacent strings. The minor third takes 1.5 tones or 3 semitones. In the context of a minor or diminished triad, the minor third interval is a distance between the root and the flat third degree. Think about it as a 1 flat 3 combination. It's also vitally important to learn to play the minor third 2 ways up and 2 ways down, the way you did with the major third. You can see it in the diagram and in the upcoming live example. Think about the lower note as a root for a while. You can ascend from it to flat third or descend to it from flat third. You can learn the minor third interval better while playing the symmetrical arpeggio of the diminished seventh chord. It's not the same as diminished triad, but for this exercise it's enough to know that diminished seventh chord is made entirely of the minor third intervals if we ignore the spelling rules. Every link in this chain takes 1.5 tones. The upcoming live example should help you to understand what I mean. If you got the idea, see the practice instructions in the next lesson part. If you stack two minor third intervals on 4, 5 or 6 adjacent strings, as you can see in the left diagram, it will form the diminished seventh arpeggio, which is not really playable but helps to visualize the diagonal movement across the fretboard. If you stack two minor third intervals on 3 adjacent strings, it will form one flat 3, flat 5 inversion of the diminished triad. Easy to remember. And of course you can play the same on the single string, stacking the two minor third intervals there. A little challenge for you. Play the 1 flat 3 flat 5 inversion of diminished triad not on 3 or 1, but on 2 strings. Can you do it 2 ways? The hint is in the next lesson part. We can make the diminished seventh arpeggio or chain of minor thirds flexible when playing 2 notes per string. You can start and proceed from any point using the same pattern because of the diminished seventh symmetry. You can break the patterns inserting the fragments of the diagonal we discussed in the previous chapter. And you can move any fragment you like along the neck up or down by 3 semitones, which is the size of minor third. Get used to the look of minor third. Try to lose yourself in the maze of its patterns. Experiment. Here are the diminished 7 chord shapes that I find most handy. You can move any shape by 3 semitones along the neck and it will still retain its original meaning because of the chord symmetry. Even more, any dot in the diminished 7 shape can serve as a root. For example, if you have a diminished 7 shape with C note in it, you can move it by 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on frets up or down, and it still can serve as C diminished 7th if you say that C is the root. The same shape in different places also can serve as E flat diminished 7th, F sharp diminished 7th, or A diminished 7th if you decide that the root is E flat, F sharp, or A instead of C. You can try to invent your own diminished 7th chord voicings. It will teach you something. Disregard the voicing purity. Feel free to use the familiar fragments of diminished 7th arpeggio, skip some notes, displace or double them by an octave. Try to visualize the minor thirds where you can and skip what isn't handy. The pencil and paper are your best friends, they can open your eyes. If you would like to see the curriculum of the complete course, please drop me an email at fretboardfluency@gmail.com and I will send you a link. Thanks!